Hola clase, ¿cómo están? Excelente! And welcome back to a brand new week of learning with Senor Cao Cao. Now, this week's going to be a little bit different than others because we are going to be working on a project. Okay, so no warm up today or any of that sort of thing. So, as you know, we have the Day of the Dead coming up, El Dia de los Muertos, which is on November 2nd, which is just after Halloween, and that's no coincidence either. Anyway, your project is important because you are going to be telling us about someone that you loved who has passed on, someone who's no longer with us. And this project I'm excited about because as I was looking over the project, this is my first time doing this particular project because this is my first time teaching Spanish 3 at Evans High School. What I'm excited about as I was looking over the project is this looks exactly like the projects that I did a long time ago in college. Okay, and for any of you who are planning on taking Spanish in college, which is going to be most of you, this is going to give you a really idea of what to expect. All the directions are in Spanish. We're setting the bar high on this, and it's going to be your opportunity to actually authentically communicate yourself without using English. You're going to tell us about where this person was born, what kind of job they had, what they were like, what kind of things they used to cook for you, etc. Okay? And again, if it's not someone that you knew, uh, you could find out about someone else in your family. But hopefully, it will be someone that you have a personal connection to because that is part of the project. Okay. So today, what I'm going to do, first of all, let me show you the deadlines. Okay, here is the calendar for October. Today is the 26th, so we're right here. So we've got today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, your first rough draft is due. Now, once you turn that in, I'm going to look over it and I'm going to save a copy because I want to see how it's coming. During the next week, we will continue to work on it, and the final essay is due turned in to me. Now, between now and then, you will have a chance to peer edit. You can give this to your classmates. They can look over it and say, I think you made a mistake here. You don't have any accent marks. This should be preterite. That should be imperfect. And hopefully by the time it gets to me, it should be in pretty good shape. So that is the written portion is due on Friday, November 6th. Now, after that, the next Monday, we start your oral presentations, which will be done without notes and things like that. Okay? Now, this may sound like a lot, and it is. I'm not going to, there's no sense in sugarcoating it. This is a serious project. It will be worth your time. And I'm telling you guys, if you are somebody who has ever felt babied by doing basic things in Spanish or going back over things, this is going to be a really good opportunity for you to shine. Okay? If you feel overwhelmed, don't forget that you're not in this alone. You have classmates, you have resources, and it's going to be fine. Okay, now this should go without saying, but things like Google Translate are completely off the table. That will destroy the entire thing that we're trying to accomplish here. Okay, so those are your deadlines. This Friday, rough draft due. The next Friday, the final essay, and the following Monday, we will begin oral presentations. Okay, now I'm going to read over the project with you, and I'm not going to translate any of this for you. This is all going to be completely in Spanish, and I want to see how well you're able to understand the directions. Now, this will also be posted on Google Classroom, at least these two documents will. I'll put all three things, and I'll call this deadlines. Okay, so let's have a look at this first one. Now, if there's anything here you don't understand, that's okay, but just to see how well you can catch it, okay? These are your directions in Espanol. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, this is for the oral presentation, but it also is for the whole project. This is really telling you what I'm looking for, okay? So that's why we're going to look at this first. Día de los Muertos, presentación oral. Hold on. That's where this mouse. There. Okay. cómo prepararse y cómo sacar la mejor nota. Número 1. Escoge a alguien que ha muerto que hizo un impacto positivo en tu vida. Puede ser un pariente, un amigo en su iglesia, pero alguien conectado a ti. Okay? Alguien conectado a ti. So let me make sure, just one quick thing. It does need to be someone connected to you. Okay? A personal connection is what this holiday is all about. Okay, continuing. Número 2. Habla de su vida, su muerte, su impacto positivo en tu vida. Número 3. Ten una cosa visual para la presentación. Puede ser una foto o algo que te recuerda de él o ella. Número 4. Durante la presentación, refiere a la cosa visual y habla de su relevancia. Número 5. Usa apropiadamente los tiempos del pretérito y del imperfecto para presentar la información en el pasado. Número 6. Habla en español. No se puede usar apuntes escritos. Se puede usar dibujos para recordarte, pero no palabras escritas. No tengas palabras en inglés o algo que no sabes porque no habías preparado antes de la presentación. Número 7. Usa la mejor pronunciación e intonación que puedas. Hay que practicar a voces antes de la presentación. 8. Hazles preguntas a tus compañeros sobre sus presentaciones. 9. Contesta preguntas de la clase y de mí sobre tu presentación en español. También está preparado para contar hechos interesantes que oíste de todas las personas destacadas durante las presentaciones de sus compañeros. 10. Está listo en el primer día de presentaciones. Ideas para la parte escrita. Escribe por lo menos una página de información que describe la vida, la muerte y la influencia positiva que esta persona ha hecho en tu vida. Las siguientes preguntas pueden ayudarte con la organización del trabajo. ¿Dónde y en qué año nació? Describe su apariencia física. ¿Cómo era su juventud? ¿Dónde estudió? ¿Dónde vivió durante la vida? ¿Cuáles eran los pasatiempos favoritos o cosas que le fascinaban mucho? ¿Qué tipo de carrera escogió? ¿O cómo era su vida de adulto? Describe su trabajo. ¿Tiene una familia? Describe la familia. De la familia, ¿quién todavía está vivo? ¿Cómo o por qué murió? ¿Cuándo murió? ¿Qué influencia positiva tenía esta persona en tu vida y cómo vas a recordarlo o recordarla? Okay, and now the essay. This is how it needs to be laid out. Bosquejo básico para el ensayo del Día de los Muertos. Here you have some suggestions for organizing your essay and vocabulary you may need. Now, again, this is just suggestions for how to organize your essay. However, if it were me, I would follow this to the letter. Okay, párrafo uno. So as you can see, we have 4 paragraphs. Okay, párrafo uno. La niñez, childhood. Descripción de la familia. Nacer, to be born. Donde vivía. Mudarse, to move, like when you move to another house. Párrafo 2. La juventud, youth. Asistir a, to attend. El colegio, la universidad, los pasatiempos, lo que les gustaba o les interesaba. Párrafo 3. El adulto, casarse con, to get married with. Divorciarse de, to divorce from. Descripción de la familia, qué hizo en la comunidad, iglesia, organización, etcétera, profesión. Y párrafo cuarto, enfermarse, to get sick, morir, to die, el recuerdo, memory, el impacto positivo, la influencia positiva, morirse de, to die of or from. Now, y'all already know if a verb has se, then you've got to use your little mete se on there. Okay? Don't tell me Maurice CEO or something like that. I do not want to see it. Here are a bunch of useful words. Things like to retire, to enlist in the military, great uncle, heart attack, leukemia, etc. Okay, so that is the project. So again, we are going to be working on those this week. And I know it may sound weird to hear this, but try to enjoy the project. I can tell you, as someone who has been through school, I hated projects. Anytime the teacher said project, my heart sank. But I can tell you this, the things that I did projects on are the ones that I remember, which are many things. For example, during Black History Month, when I was in middle school, I learned about a man named Garrett A. Morgan, who invented the stoplight and the gas mask. Andrew Jackson Beard invented the train coupler. I know these things because I did projects on them. Okay? And this is going to be special for you for two reasons. Number one, this is someone from your family that you have an actual personal connection with. And number two, it's in Spanish. We're going to really finally get some good practice speaking Spanish and expressing yourself. Okay? Now, I'll explain a little bit more as far as what those directions meant if you had trouble understanding the Spanish tomorrow, but I'm purposely not giving it to you today because I want you to really look over that in Spanish, figure out what you have to do. Because in college, they hand you those Spanish instructions, and that's it. You say, si, senor, and you get started. Okay? So look that over today. Get started compiling that information. If you have not already, talk to your parents, talk to a family member, figure out who you want to do this over, and gather every little thing you can: where they went to school, where they were born, where they died, their job, their hobbies, all of those sorts of things. Learn everything that you can about that person, and you might learn something cool or surprising. I know I've learned many interesting stories from the older people in my family. Okay, so excuse me. So go ahead, read over those directions again. They are attached in Google Classroom, and I will see you next time. Be ready to work tomorrow during class time, by the way. I'm going to let you use Word Reference and Spanish Dict to look things up. Google Translate, don't even try. Don't even mention the words Google Translate. Adam Cowart, hate Google Translate. It makes my life as a learn from home teacher extremely difficult. Okay? All right. I'll see you later. Adios.